I'm going to show you the difference between the updated tether and the old style of tether and why you might want to upgrade to it and the differences and changes we've made. The old tether used to be connected with just one Chicago screw that looped up and around the junction and connected. And we found out through some testing that it needed a backup Chicago screw. So we sent out an update that everyone that had the harness to add an extra Chicago screw to the tether, and then we started sending them all out with an extra Chicago screw. That worked a lot better because there was an extra Chicago screw adding some redundancy to the safety, but we wanted to continue to improve the design and change it, so we came up with this new tether. And what this new tether does is completely eliminates the need for any Chicago screws. So there's no Chicago screws holding the tether onto the junction because it's all integrated into one single piece. And to add some backup security and strength, we've added another junction piece on top that laces through the tether so that you now have 2 layers of leather holding your camera instead of one like the previous design had. We've also increased the width of the strap from 3/4 of an inch up to 1 inch. And this just adds a little bit of extra security and a little bit extra width and leather to hold your camera. It's still the same look and feel as the old tether, but just beefed up a little bit and a little bit more secure. And now how to set up the tether. The first thing you're going to do is grab the junction and lace it onto the top of your tether. And slide it all the way to the top so that you line up the 2 holes that mount to your harness. Next, you're going to grab your Conway buckle, and it doesn't really matter which way it goes on, and you slide that on and slide the end through the other side, leaving a nice big loop so you have enough room to slide on your snap shackle. And then bend the tether over and slide it into the buckle underneath of the previous strap. And then you want to align the center spike of the buckle with the first hole on the tether. And then tighten your top strap and pull it down so it sinks into one of the holes. And just like before, when you adjust this, you leave the bottom strap on the spike where it's at, and then you move the buckle up and down the top strap so that you don't have an extra tail hanging out anywhere. So if you want it really long, you slide the buckle all the way to the bottom as far as you can, and tighten that down. And if you want it really short, you slide the buckle all the way as close as you can get to the junction on the last hole and tighten that down. And that way you don't have any loose straps anywhere. It's all pinned down really simply. And that's it.